At one point, the doctors told my stepdaughter and told my wife that be prepared to get a call in the next 24 hours to come up here and, say goodbye.
Justin Moon was always the picture of perfect health, a lifelong athlete and former college football player.
Just going through life at the age of 36, never sick, never missed a day of work. This hits like a ton of bricks.
That ton of bricks was a COVID diagnosis.
We went from sinus infection to admission to the hospital in 4 days. It happened that quickly.
Justin spent 39 days at UAB Hospital fighting for his life. His wife, Mel, was also diagnosed with COVID. Thankfully, her symptoms were mild.
You had a video conference camera that you would put in the room, and I was able to see him, and sometimes I would video it just so I could watch him breathe.
I woke up to Jimmy and my wife in the special care unit. Could not do anything but blink. Could not talk, could not raise my head up off the pillow. And you got to understand, being a 300-pound former athlete, man, that was tough. I had a 3/4 inch hole in my throat from my trach tube. But you never give up.
Giving up isn't in Justin's DNA, and he never shied away from hard work. But it was hard.
By the time he made it to our unit, he was still out of it. He was still immobile. He couldn't move his legs and arms. And then over time, he eventually started waking up. He realized that he had lost all his strength. I mean, when I say lose all your strength, we're starting from zero. And it's almost like when you're trying to train a baby to walk.
After weeks of physical and occupational therapy, Justin got stronger every day. Now he's back home and at work. And he and his wife, Mel, have a message to share, encouraging others to get vaccinated.
If I had not been unsure of the vaccine, it would have probably gone like a lot of other stories. It would have been a 14-day headache, short of breath, laying on the couch.
When you do not know someone who has experienced this, you're just kind of arrogant about it. You're like, okay, well, I made it another day without it, and I made it another day without getting the vaccination.
At last count, Justin's story motivated more than 250 people to get vaccinated. Justin and Mel say it was a hard lesson learned.
It was our goal. We don't want anyone to ever have to go through what we've gone through, and that's the lesson we learned.